The Camar is one of the oldest breeds in the world, probably present before our era. The question of his ancestors remains. We do not know what influence Eastern, Berber, Asian and Celtic horses may have had. It is believed that each played a role, more or less important, when they reproduced among themselves in the wild. Several theories have been put forward, but none is a certainty. The first would be that the Camar is a horse native to the marshes of the region. A second supposes that it was influenced by the Berber horse, with which it shares certain characteristics. A third traces the influence of Celtic horses which were popular for their fighting skills. The fourth would be that the Salutre horse would be related to the Camar. The last would be that the Camar would descend from the Przewalski. Be that as it may, it is certain that wild horses have been mentioned in the Camar at least since Roman times. In 1729, the first stallion depots were established in the region to make the Camar a war horse. But the crossings will not give any positive results. In 1806, crossbreeding was again carried out, with the same objective, in the stud farms of Provence, reorganized by Napoleon I, who introduced stallions of various origins. The basis of work being the Camar, Napoleon's armies requisitioned a large number of horses from the region in 1807. It is at this time that the degeneration of the race will begin. First of all because the breeders, for fear of seeing their horses leave, get rid of the best, to replace them with defective horses, which will certainly be ignored by the army. Then, the floods in 1789 and 1791, which will cause epizootics and diseases, will also play a role, by affecting the vigor of the mares. While the Camar is weakened, its pasture will be reduced due to the clearing and drying out of the marshes. Following this dark period, the most beautiful horses will be definitively lost. Around 1875, the decline, which will last more than a century, will intensify, and in 1905 there will only be about 15 herds left. Agriculture, which prefers the draft horse, further weakens the Camar, when farmers import Breton horses and draft horses from Maine. Around 1950, the generalization of mechanization was added to the long list of obstacles facing the Camar. While its extinction seemed inevitable, the Camar will be saved thanks to the cinematographic work, Crin Blanc, totally filmed in the region, which tells the story of a wild stallion helped by a child. Many changes in breeding and the organization of herds will take place in the years that follow. In 1964, the association was created by breeders concerned about the preservation of the breed. On March 17, 1978, the creation of the Regional Natural Park of Camar was adopted, which will allow a new selection of the breed. With 1 million visitors from 1995, the tourist manades will multiply, which will push the breeders to regulate the activity. The Camar, which today has around 8,000 horses, is one of the last representatives living in the wild in France.